The only thing dropping faster than my New Year's resolutions are all these Light Phone 3 updates. Now this week has been crazy. It feels like every day there's a new update from the Light Phone company regarding the Light Phone 3. Now those of us backing the Light Phone 3 received an email. There's also been a blog post and a couple videos from the Light Phone company demonstrating the PVT testing as well as the packaging. Now we're going to go into all of the details, but there's a lot of information to cover, and feel free to jump around if there are certain topics that interest you more. First, we're going to talk about the PVT, or the production validation testing. Now the PVT testing is crucial in order to make mass production with as little defects or kinks in the process as possible. They stated in their update that they went through 2 cycles of PVT testing, and they tested an array of things regarding the device. Now this week they also released a video regarding some of that PVT testing, and we can see firsthand some of the tests that the device went through. First, we can see the wheel test. Now this has been the biggest issue for me. I had a lot of doubts with these moving parts such as the wheel. How will it stand up? But it assures me that they've went through the testing, and hopefully that this moving part will stand the test of time. They went through other tests, of course, the tumble test. As somebody, again, who is blind and quite clumsy, this is an important test. I will, more often than not, probably be tumbling my devices off of couches, walking around, bumping them off of tables. And they also did the important drop test. So with these 2 tests, you can assure that the device has gone through the ringer. Another interesting test is the bend test. I could watch this test all day. I just love how it looks. I love that they filmed this and shared this with us because we can see that the device is sturdy. Now a couple more tests that they show us is the sit test. For those of us keeping the device in our back pocket especially, this test is important. So you can see here that the device will be able to withstand, I don't know how much weight, but it will be able to withstand us sitting on our devices. And lastly, another important test is the USB port test. As a lot of us know, the port takes a lot of beating, and being able to see how many tests it goes through, the numbers included, this is very useful and very important PVT testing. So overall, showing us the behind the scenes of the PVT testing, telling us which steps have gone through for the PVT testing, gives us the backers a lot of reassurance that this device is really being tested and the quality control is their utmost importance. Now all of this testing went through in Taiwan, and these tests are important because this device is meant to last for years. The Light Phone company is notorious for designing devices that not only receive updates, but also devices and hardware that stand the test of time. So these PV tests are extra important for the company and for us backers to be reassured that the investment for this device is truly worth it. Now I'm recording this video on January 10th, and January 9th, the Light Phone company released an interesting video regarding the packaging of the Light Phone 3. Now this packaging was from the outside looking quite standard, but when they opened the box, that's when the surprise really hit. Now the packaging is made from recycled materials, but also you'll notice the phone itself comes in a steel case. This is a collaboration with Toyo Steel, and this steel case is reusable, of course. You can put anything you like in it, and I really can't wait to have this case. I think the case is beautiful. It will look great on my desk, and I love the idea of packaging that serves another purpose. Not only is there no plastic, there is recycled cardboard, of course, in the outer box, but the steel case itself can be reused and repurposed for other things rather than just going into the bin. This is common with some other companies. I know for myself, when I buy Fossil watches and things like this, I keep all of the tins and I reuse them and store things in them. So I really like this attention to detail. I think the case itself is a beautiful industrial design, and I really can't wait to feel it in hands. They show the other items in the box as well. There's a braided USB cable, and of course, the SIM pin tool. The packaging itself is also notably quite accessible. As somebody who cannot read text easily, having a dark box with white text, like the operating system of the light phone itself, makes it extremely easy for me to read the text and view the box itself, and that is much appreciated, even if it was not intended to be that way. Now, another big announcement in this set of updates was the camera. They finally released some camera samples of different lighting conditions and noted the tweaks and the changes they made within the camera from the first set of images to now. These camera tweaks could possibly change, I'm sure, and they are continually working on the device, but as we can see here, we have different sets of images and different lighting conditions. What do you think about the camera of this device? The camera is quite an important feature. A lot of people in the digital minimalism sphere, as well as the dumb phone or minimalist phone community, have always wanted a camera that is usable on a device. And I think the light phone company took this and ran with it. I think this camera works perfectly fine for what the device is designed for, and honestly, the camera goes above and beyond any minimalist phone that I have. If you want to see the complete list of images and tweaks that they made for the camera, I highly recommend checking out the blog. I'll link it down below in the description. Now, another key thing that they highlight within these updates is the direction tool. The directions tool received an update, and you'll notice between the Light Phone 2 and the Light Phone 3, there's a drastic change from leaving the e-ink sphere and going to the OLED display, and this will greatly impact the directions tool. The directions tool have a dynamic view, of course, and more precise location, and there'll be an interface rework. So they also tease that there will be future demos regarding the map changes, so I really can't wait for those images and video demos to drop. So as a lot of us have been waiting for, there will be accessories for the Light Phone 3 made from recycled materials, of course. There is mention of a glass matte screen protector, as well as a USB-C to aux dongle for the device. And here are some prototype images of the accessories. Now, this last part is probably the most important, and these are the timing updates. I know for myself, when I started backing the Light Phone 3 back in the end of June or beginning of July of 2024, they had said that the device would be released in January of 2025. Well, we all knew this probably wasn't going to happen, and the date kept getting pushed, but we have some final confirmation of when they expect to be shipping the devices, as well as why. Now, like a lot of devices recently that I've been covering, a lot of the production is impacted by the Chinese New Year, so it's better to push production after that large holiday. The Light Phone company ensures that backers will receive, according to chronological order, deliveries from the beginning of March and at the latest, the end of April. So with all of these newer devices being released around the same time, you have the Minimal Phone, the Mudita Compact, as well as the Light Phone 3. All of these devices will be arriving or showing up around the same times, and I can't wait to see which device arrives first at this point. I'm really excited with these updates and having a peek at the PVT testing, the camera samples, having clarification of why the dates have been pushed, and all of this information adds a bit of transparency of the device, of course, that I'm backing and can't wait to receive. A lot of hopes are on this device, and I know for myself personally, 2025 is really my goal to find a device that will last me a long time and will fulfill my digital minimalism goals. I know it's not up to the device to do this, but I've been really looking forward to being able to use the Light Phone 3, and the dates are coming down closer, and I really can't wait to receive it and try it out and share it with you all. Thank you so much for watching, and see you soon.